Good evening, everybody. It's Sunday. Yes, Sunday fun day. That's why I call it. Just got back from taking the kids fishing. Really good Sunday. If I could figure out how to post a video of us going out there catching those trout, it was really fun. We had all the kids out there. But anyway, as we know that I was practicing all week with a $1,500 bankroll. Which was very fun, very interesting. Caught up with our friends yesterday, Mike and Corey. They own a restaurant here in Franklin, so real good friends of ours. So we decided, all of our birthdays are in a line. So first it's mine. My birthday is the 13th. Mike's birthday is the 14th. And then my wife's birthday is the 19th, right after Mike. So we're like within days of each other, and we're all friends. Anyway, with that being said, we decided since, it's the last day of August, we didn't get together. We said, let's just go to the casino and go eat at Ruth Chris and have a good little night, maybe play a couple slots and, have a good dinner and come back home. So I figured, well, if I'm there, I might as well go ahead and see whether I can't get a session in. But the way it worked out was that we got there. Our reservations were at 6, so we met up with Mike and Corey probably about 4 or something. Got to the casino about 4:30. Got in the building, walk around, seeing how everything was going. And it was packed. That place was packed, man. It was absolutely awesome. People were all in there, but what I noticed when I walked in there was that they had changed. When we walked in, I looked over there. I was like, well, I got me some free play. So I said, let me go ahead on over here and log in and get my free play going. So I was like, okay, got that thing going, walked in there, and then I noticed that the whole crap area, the craps pit area, is totally different in there. They've moved 2 of the tables, and then they added like some, I guess it's blackjack or poker, whatever, or maybe Texas Hold'em, whatever. Anyway, they put 2 playing tables in there. So now the setup is you got the roll to win digital table down there. Then you got, it's separated by 2 or maybe 3 stations of poker or blackjack or whatever it is. And then you got the craps table, 1, 2, 3. And then on the other side is 1, 2, 3. So where's the other 2 tables? We go walking around and we go over there by the Mystic Bar or whatever they call it. And we go grab a little Long Island iced tea, and they were getting something else, Amarillo or something like that, sour. Anyway, as we're over there, we're sitting at the little bar thing, just chit-chatting, catching up, because we ain't hung out in a while, so that's what basically this was all about, us just getting together and going out eating dinner. And if the night progressed into anything good, it is what it is. So we only had the nanny till like 9:30 anyway, so it was going to be a short trip. Regardless, just a little in and out little casino trip. So we get to walking around a little bit after we left the little bar, and we left the bar. We checked out where the restaurant was at, and then we started coming back up the backside where the sports book is at. And sure enough, they've got 2 crap tables back in the back area of the casino. Pretty cool. So they took the regular craps table from up top and they put it back there, and then they put another crapless table right on the opposite side of it. So there's two crap tables from up front. Now they're in the back. And then I think if you even go even further back, like towards where the new Cherokee Tower is at, they actually got another craps table back there unless they moved that one. I don't know, we didn't go that far. Anyway, we walked around, stopped up in there a little bit, and we stopped at this little machine, because we still had a little bit of time, before our 6:15 reservations at Root Chris, which I highly recommend. We decided to sit down, and I had $100. I didn't take $1,500. I took $300. So because I knew we was limited on time, and then after dinner, according to how long that was going to take, we really weren't going to have too much time to do anything. So I figured, you know what? Let's just I'll let my wife play a little bit of machines or whatever. So as we're waiting, we sit down at the machines, and I give my wife $100, so that leaves me with $200 in my pocket. So I put the $100 in the little machine or whatever, and I tell her, I'm like, yeah, you could take this $100 and go ahead and spend it. And Corey and Mike's, they're over there too, and they're playing their little machines, and sure enough, she hits it probably. I'd say probably she hits it probably down to about $70-something, and it gives her the bonus. I think $2.40 was the bet. $2.40. So it gives her the bonus. 5 free spins. I was like, okay, good. Let's see what it's lands. Minutes later, that machine actually kept on re-triggering the bonus. Now, if she would have max bet it, I gave her the $100 to just blow or whatever. I mean, because the month of August is my birthday, they let the whole month go as 3 times a multiplier. So when I logged in, they said, congratulations, you have a multiplier. So I was like, okay, well, we'll just play a little bit, and get a couple of, tiers and a couple of reward credits. Anyway, she goes on, and this thing keeps on re-triggering. I think by the end of it, she had 65 free spins after it all was said and done, and turned that into $400 and something. So I was like, uh-oh, that's pretty cool. So she kept 100 of it and gave me 300 because I had $200 in my pocket. So that gives me a bankroll now of $500. And lo and behold, the 2 tables that we passed, they were at $15. So I'm like, okay, if this thing's still at $15 when I get out, I might throw a session. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what happens. So around 6:15 comes around, and sure enough, we get to Ruth Chris after hitting that little bit of money. We go in there, we have a great dinner. I mean, I think I put a little clip. I did put a little clip out of, us in there eating steak and lobster and all that good stuff. Manager came out, checked on us, made sure everything was good. And yes, everything was excellent. As usual, that place does not disappoint. It hasn't yet. I'm not looking forward to it doing that. So with that being said, we ate a good dinner. We talked about just about everything. We caught up on everything with each other, and got done with dinner. Used some points to pay for, half of it, and then, left a really good tip. We had a really good server there. They always have good service. Can't speak nothing but high things about that place. We get up out of there, and it's probably like, it's 7-something. It's close to 8 o'clock. I was like, wow, we actually sat in there for a long time just eating, and, of course I had another Long Island iced tea. So at this moment, when it's time, we done eating. I got about half Long Island iced tea left. Guzzle that thing down. We get up. I'm ready to do something. Hey, I got $500 in my pocket, man. Let's go and let's go play around a little bit. So go out there. We leave the restaurant. Go out there. They're walking around looking at machines to play and this and that. And my wife was like, "Well, you gonna use your voucher?" I was like, "Yeah, I forgot about that. It's in my pocket." So I had I think $75 in vouchers that I could of table play. So I said, "All right, so $5.75. Let's see what we can do with this here." So when I walked back over there by those tables, the two tables that was on the back side, and I was like, okay, there's a spot open over there at Crapless. So I go over there to the Crapless table, and sure enough, there's a spot open, but it's all the way over here in the hook. I'm like, nah. If at anything, if I'm on this table right here, I'm gonna just watch it. So as soon as I got around to the hook, got in a position, I watched everything. There was a guy, he was here. I actually played with that guy a while back, and he was actually shooting the dice pretty good. But then I talked to the guy that was standing right next to me, and he was like, I said, "Hey, how the table been doing?" He was like, "Oh man, this ain't He was like, "Man, rough." So I looked back over to my left at the table that was right next to it, which was a regular craps table, and sure enough, my position was open. So I told Crystal, I was like, "Hey, Crystal, I'm gonna go ahead and go on over." She's the pit boss over here on this side at this table, and I said, "I'm gonna go over to the regular craps table." She's like, "All right, I'll just send your information over." So I go over there, I get in my position. I'm like, "You gotta be kidding. This position's wide open. I got two spaces." You know what I'm saying? Two spaces right here. And there was a guy over here in the hook. He's shooting. So I waited on him to do his thing. He hit a couple of numbers and then he promptly sevened out. So I took after he sevened out, it was this guy's turn. So I took my vouchers. I put my vouchers on the pass line. And then I did a nickel crap check on the new guy that was right here straight out. So when he got out, I got on the table when it was loose. It wasn't really heavy, and it was a $15 table. The table still was at $15. So this guy, he got the dice, and sure enough, he rolls and he hits the 6 as a point. I'm like, okay, all right, let's see what he's got. So the point becomes 6, and so I get me an 8, and I get me a 5. All right, so I still got my pass line with my vouchers, lose my crap check, 0.6. All right, I get the 8 and the 5. Next roll, he rolls that 8 for me. All right, bam. I collect the 8. All right. The next roll, he rolls another 8. I'm like, okay, all right, that's pretty cool. So I collect my 8. Bam. All right, put that in the rack. Now both of my bets are paid for. The only thing I'm waiting on is that 6th to roll so I can get them vouchers, that voucher paid for. And he rolls again, he hits the 5. I'm like, okay, all right. So I collect that too. So now I'm looking forward to trying to, see what I could do since I've already collected 3 times. All right, next roll, he sevens out. I lose the voucher, and I lose the 5 and the 8. Okay, so never hits the point of 6. All right, next guy comes up. All right, right here in the position. And he says, I've never actually played this game before. I was like, okay, this is going to be interesting. When I pull up to the table and, let's say I'm halfway, I got a little buzz. All right, I'm buzzing. Stickman's right here. I know him. His name is County. All right, we got our other dealer over here, Wade. Then I know Dylan, and then our boss right here, name was Bone, the center. All right, so I know all of these guys right here. I say, County, man, we going to have a good roll, man. I say, he ain't never taught the dice. I say, Dylan, you got him? Dylan was over here on this side, and Wade was right here. I'm standing next to County, so I said, He said, "You got it." Dylan said, "I got it." I said, "Okay, okay, okay." So the guy never shot dice in his life. And he said this is the first time he actually ever been to Cherokee, and this is the first time that he ever played the game of craps. So he actually didn't know anything. So Dylan, I said, "Hey, you guys take care of the man, and I'll put you guys across." So what does he do? He takes the dice and he goes like this. He takes the dice and he goes like this, and the first thing he rolls like that right there was a 6. All right, so I put my pass line down, my crap check, and what do I always do? I hop the 6s. Sure enough, that rascal come through with a 4-2-6. He came with the 4-2-6, so automatically I'm like, all right, we gonna have a good table. So, you know, I'm trying to bring the energy. I'm trying to bring everybody's energy up because I ain't got but $500. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got. You know, so because I lost the pass line, my little free voucher. So, and then I only made like what, third. That was 20, like $60. So, when he hit that 6, I got paid for the hot bets. So I went ahead and I got an 8 and a 5. So if any of these numbers right here hit, I would, after I collected from them, then I would go, if the 5 hit or whatever, then I'd go get the 4. If the 8 hit, then I'd get the 9. If the 8 hit or the 9 hit, then I'd get the 10. That's the way I play the game. I spread out like that, but not without collecting first. I always collect off of these numbers here first. So the guy, the newbie, the virgin, he gets the dice, and he, after they pay up and all that good stuff, mark the point, people put their bets out, he shakes, rattle, and rolls, and he, bam, freaking hard 6. He pumps a hard 6. I'm still on the hop. I got my pass line bet, so I get paid for the hard 6 this time, so I'm already up $150 plus what they paid me on the other one, because I did $5 each on them. I think it was like $55, $60, whatever. Anyway, so now I've already collected some money, and this guy just now buckshotted the 6, and I kept them hopped, and I was on the pass line. Didn't put no odds down at first. All right, so the guy, he comes back, you know, they pay everybody their pass line bets or whatever, gets the dice back again, Virgin throws them, pops right back on. I think this time he hits the 8. I lose the hops, I lose the crap check, but they moved the 8 to the 6, and I've got the 5. So, what do? They give it back to him. You know, he rolls. He probably rolls like I think it was a 9. So then I collect. No, I didn't have the 9. I had the 5 and the 6. I didn't collect on the 9. So what happens is that he, after they pay whoever had the 9, he gets the dice back and he rolls another 6. So here I go. I get paid. I get paid on the 6. All right. He probably rolls another couple of things. We're getting a little storm here. Okay. All right. So he rolls a couple of more times. He hits the 5, hits the 4, you know, hits the 9, and then he finally hits the 8. He hits the 8 is the point. All right. This is just a guy, and I'm telling you, it's beginner's luck. It is beginner's luck, and if you don't believe in it, it is what it is. I believe in it. It's my belief. It's my energy. It's whatever. So I'm super excited because he's already hit 2 points plus a whole bunch of box numbers already. So I think at this time, after he did that, I already had got the 4. Okay, so now I've got the 4, 5, 6 out there, and 8 was the point. So he hit the 8, whatever. All right, so this guy keeps on rolling, bam, then he hits a point a 4. Alright? He hits the 4. I tell him, move my 4 to the 10. Alright? He keeps on rolling. He probably hits another 6 or a 5 or whatever. I get paid on it. I get the 10. I get the 9 with that. So now I've got every number paid for and I'm collecting. Alright? So this guy keeps on rolling, and every time he rolls the dice, like the little shake, rattle, and roll, he's hitting box numbers. He's hitting box numbers. So every time he did that, I told him, press me up a unit. That's it. You know, just press me up a unit. It's all good. So he continues rolling box numbers, just shaking and rattling and rolling. 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. 5, 10, 9, 9, 8, 6, 6. Then he finally hits the 4 hard 4, just shaking and rattling. I mean, everybody's on the table. We're trying to keep our composure, and you know, the dealers are across. I'm telling them, you know, because and the people that was on that side, they were new. So after he hit that hard 4, I was like, I'm gonna tip the shooter. And I said, has anybody got any bets down there for the dealers over here? All right, so I went ahead and put the dealers across on the other side. So now everybody's playing. There ain't nobody at this table that don't have a bet on the table. So we're all playing the game. Dealers and everybody that's got money out here playing the game was in the game. So that's just the way I am. If I see that my dealer on this side right here is making money and they don't know to tip the dealers on the other side, I go ahead and put that bet out there across for them dealers out there because I want the energy to be on the whole table. And Bone was like, yeah, man, I appreciate you, man. Good job. Good job, man. Good job, man. I appreciate you. Which, I don't know what they make. I don't care what they make. They're doing whatever they are doing out there. And the dealers that were on the table, I know them because I play at Cherokee. And I felt as if, you know what I'm saying, they appreciate when you tip for them. And I keep telling them, pressure bets, pressure bets. I'll throw another nickel out there, press them all, whatever, man. If I'm making money, they making money too. In the meantime, I'm also watching that shooter. So he down there, and he knew. And nobody probably ever done this, so he butt scotched that hard 4. I go down there, and I give him a tip. I tell him a $25. Why not? We all in this game together, so I give him $25. He's like, oh man, I appreciate that, man. I'm like, hey man, it's all good, just keep on rolling. Just keep rolling. And I talked to the dealers, I said, hey, alright, so at this time he kept on rolling until it was a stick change. So now County had left, County went over here, and Dylan had went on. Now Dylan come on all the way around, or whatever, and now Dylan's next to me, and I'm like, all right, Dylan, you see what's out there for you. I say, you on this side and you on that side. Let's keep the dice going to the shooter because right now I feel as if he's in a rhythm, and if we keep him rolling, we all can make money. So that's the way I did it. So this guy, he just takes him, he shakes him, and he just softly puts him down there in the thing. Sure enough, that son of a gun hits a 10. 6, 4, 10. It's a point. Alright? So we're all like, okay, 10, whatever. Take my 10 and add it to the 4. Now I got about $50 on the 4. So I'm going to collect a black tip if that son of a gun comes. Alright, so he gets the dice, after hitting that hard 4, he gets that 6, 4, 10. He gets the dice, rolls a couple of 6s and 8s. But at this time, my 6 is already at $90. My 5's at whatever, my 4's at 50, my 8's at, I think my 8 was at 60, my 9 was at 50 because I was getting $70 every time on that. I'm just, pressing the unit because now I'm fully invested. At this time, my wife didn't come up. I already got $1,000 in my bankroll. Alright, so that $500 already went up to $1,000. So they're like, you doing alright? I'm like, yeah. We got a new guy down there, and it's beginner's luck. So, we're just gonna run with it. So he gets the dice. He tosses them down there. He hits 5, 6s, 8s. Every time he hit that 6, it was like black chip 105. Bring it on, baby. Black chip 105. Bring it on. He kept pounding that damn 6. I'm talking, it was nuts. That table was offering 6. Then he finally catches them dice and bam, hits that 10 hard. Hits that point 10 hard. I'll tell you what, that new guy, the guy that never touched the dice, he was the luckiest person I ever known because he had the point of 6, he hit the 6. He had the point of 8, he hit the point of 8. He had the point of 4, he hit the point of 4. He had the point of 10, he hit the point of 10. Hard 10, hard 4. I mean, it was just absolutely ridiculous. Then, after he hit the hard 10, everybody's, yay, boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? I think at this time, he had everything covered right here. Except for, he did hit the 11, except for the 2 and the 12. He had everything covered. Sure enough, after he hit that hard 10, the first thing he rolled like that right there was a 2. Ding, 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 he hit the damn small. That son of a gun, I was like, oh my God, he is freaking killing it. He's killing it. Hit the 2, you get paid for your crap check, they take your pass line, whatever. It don't matter now, we all making money. Up there on the top, 555, it is what it is, get paid for that. Bam. He rolls a 9. The point becomes 9. I'm like, this guy just hit every box number point, except for the 5. But he was hitting the 5, but it wasn't the point yet. Anyway, we're all like, okay, this is going real good. This is going real good. Bam. You know, my wife's over there like, you still winning? Bam. Sure enough, that rascal hits probably the 6, the 8, the 5 again. Then he hits the freaking 9. I'm like, this can't be happening every time. These people gonna think that when I make my trip report, I'm just bullshitting. No, I ain't. I don't have to. After that roll was over, I posted a video of what I won. It didn't matter. I know my wife will tell you what I bought in for, because that's all the money we took. I wasn't even planning on playing. Alright, so, and we were short on time because by the time I got on the table, it was about 8 o'clock. So I only had like an hour and a half. Stick changes again. Alright? Newbie, still freaking rolling. He hit that dang 9, and that rascal comes back, and guess what he hit? He hits a 5. He hits a 5. I'm like, surely, this is crazy, right? So he goes on another freaking 4, 8, 9, 10, 4, 8, 6, 4, he kept hitting that 4 and that 6. That 4 and that 6 was real hot. Then, guess what he hits? He hits the 5. Sure enough, that rascal hit every box number point that was up there that he had established. When he established the point, he rolled box numbers in between. He rolled a 3, he rolled a 2, he rolled a 11, never hit a 12, which was fine with me because whatever, I make most of my money right here. Not really worried about that. This bonus bet is whatever. If it happens, it happens. I don't chase that shit. I don't bet dice for it or anything like that. I just let the roll happen. He keeps on rolling, and finally, after the third stick change, he rolls probably another, 20-something minutes, and then the other stick change came, and he finally 7'd out. I mean, he just kept rolling. When I counted up my money, after everything was said and done, I said, when he 7'd out, I went just like this. I said, Pearler coming in. There's like, no way, you're not leaving, are you? I said, yep, I'm leaving. I said, I'm getting up out of here. There was a guy next to him. The whole time he was shooting, he just kept on going like this right here. he just kept on just running in place, just like this. He was like, we got a hot table. I said, you dang right we got a hot table. This thing's on fire. I said, everybody made money. This thing was good. I mean, it was on fire. I put all my color in, and I asked my wife, I said, what time is it? She said, it's about 8. She said it was 9:30. I said, yep, gotta go. So I didn't even get to shoot the dice. That guy held those dice, that new player held those dice for an hour and a half on his first roll. Now there was moments in between where they were, counting out and paying and stuff like that, but he still did it. As a new player, just taking the dice and just keeping it the same. Keeping it the same, just like that. I mean, just keeping it the same, keeping it the same. He was in his zone. He never said much. Every time he hit a point, I made sure I ran over there and stuck $25 in his rack, to keep the momentum. Everybody on my side was just like, what do we do? I was like, when he was rolling, there was new people that had never played the game. There was a guy that was next to me that never even played the game, and he was like, what do I do? I was like, ask the dealer. I said, if you want, this is when I first started. I said, if they see something going on like this right here, if you tell them, they'll help you. They'll say, all right, I'm going to go up on your bets for you real quick because this thing's, it's getting hot. So the dealers that was on that table were helping everybody that was new to the game. And that's why I like Cherokee because, sometimes, if you don't know how to play and the dealer's trying to concentrate on that, some dealers actually, like when I went to Atlantic City, those dealers up there, they had a little bit of attitude with, like new players not knowing how to play the game, and some people were kind of like getting a little frustrated because but in Cherokee, you actually have some dealers that'll actually be like, hey, you want to press your bets, man? Dude, hell, he hit that 6 down 5 times, man. You want to press it? You want to go up? Yeah. So they'll do that for you there in Cherokee. So that's another reason why I like playing there. But yeah, I didn't even have to touch the dice. Even though I wanted to, usually after something like that, a roll that lasts an hour and a half, and this guy had beginner's luck. You know what I'm saying? It was beginner's luck. He didn't know anything about the game. He hardly pressed any of his bets. Dylan took care of him, and then when Wade came over, he took care of him. He started pressing his bets up, trying to help him out, make some money. I think he even made like maybe $1,200-$1,300, and that was pretty cool of them to do that. So all in all, I wasn't even expecting to play, but something just, it just pushed me over there to that table when I seen that my position was open. It was just open, but I didn't even get to use it. I got to use it just to bet. I didn't get to toss. I didn't even get to touch the dice Saturday night. Didn't even get to use what I've been practicing all week to see whether I actually had any type of influence or any type of, whether my practice was going to prevail on the table or not. And you know what? I was fine with that because that guy just took my $500 up to $1,900. That's a $1,400 profit. I don't need to play no more. I'm good. My wife was happy. She was like, let's go. Because we had to release the nanny anyway. I didn't have that much time. And I'm fine without shooting. Girl, I just made $1,400. It's all good. But I'll tell you this. For the year so far, and all of my crap playing extravaganzas, I'm still actually down for the year so far. I do have some more trips coming up. Like I gotta go to Florida here soon. I know I gotta go back to Cherokee, but I'm not in the positive for the year. So it is what it is. I'm probably right now after that win last night, I'm probably still $4,500 down. And I don't have a problem telling you that I'm not in the positive for the year, even though every time I come, it's like, wow, that was epic. That was great. That is what it is. But I have lost a lot of money playing this game in the past. And I am, catching up from that. When I first started playing, uh, I blew a lot of money. I did because when I got introduced to the game, it was new to me, and I thought that I could do some things, and you know, uh, that's how I got to become Diamond Elite. I lost a shit ton of money. I lost a lot. But then I started learning the game and getting with the right people, and the help that I have gotten throughout the 3 years that I have actually been playing, and just this year meeting my coach Gargoyle and learning more about betting and setting the dice and finding my set. Thanks to everybody that has taught me what I do know now from the game. Being able to purchase this table, being able to use the right underlayments with the bounciness. Um, Everybody that has been along the way to where I am as far as right now with this and practicing and betting and you know uh, learning more about the game. I'm actually gaining on the loss that I have lost from the beginning when my wife was like, "What the fuck did you do with $72,000?" Yeah. Yeah, I don't have a problem telling you it was $72,000 that I did lose playing this game. So uh, I'm about $4,500 left of getting that money back, that 72,000 back. So hopefully when I go down to Florida or whatever, I've been keeping track of it, and I'm $4,500 still in the hole, and through the help with everybody else, I'm getting it back. The money has been coming back. The sessions have been good. And I just feel as if now, with all the knowledge that I have about the game and the better understanding about the game, I'm playing more smart and more wiser, and I'm utilizing the information that everybody has helped me along the way to be able to gain traction and get that money back. And that's why I did that $1,500 challenge, is because that usually is what I will take to the casino to chip away at the loss. I don't really now I do take like five, or whatever, but I'll take 1,500 of it and I'll use that to try to chip, because let's say I lost $5,000, I'm not going to be happy about that because I'm going backwards. So that's why I learned how to play with a smaller bankroll so that I could make sure that I know how to play this game in a fashion to where I'm able to make small amounts of money to gain back what I've lost in the past. So, with that being said, yesterday was great. My friends, they were happy to see it. They've never played craps before, so they actually was just sitting there spectating, watching. I even told my friend Mike, I was like, "Hey, you can get in right beside me. I'll give you $100 so that you can." He's like, "No, I'll watch." That's a smart person. That's a smart person. If you don't know nothing about this game, don't get out there and play it. Learn about it first. That's the key. Learn this game first. Learn to bet two numbers instead of going all the way across. Or, hey, if you got the money to blow and you want to go across, that's on you. But as for me, if it's a 6, I'll do a 5 and 8. And if one of those hit, then that's when I collect what I've already got on there, that's when I spread across. So, me personally, that's the way I play. Thanks to everybody that's taught me along the way. But coloring up last night felt good without even touching the dice. Once again, Cherokee has paid off in a positive way for me, chipping away at the edge. So But that is my trip report. I was looking forward to seeing Max there, but I think he left before I got there because we did get there later on, and we weren't really going to stay that long anyway. So, with that being said, that's been a trip report on Saturday, Cherokee. I'm enjoying this journey to get back what I've lost. It's fun. It's exciting. All the people that I've met along the way, it's just great. I appreciate every bit of information that you guys have given me. Don't ever think that I took it for granted. No. The friendships that I've made along the way will be everlasting. They will stay with me throughout this whole journey. So I look forward to more fun times with each and everybody that wants to get up with me and go play craps, or I could travel and we could play craps together. Like I think I'm going to Florida to meet Oz and them down there in Florida. We're gonna play at the Hard Rock down there. That's gonna be awesome. Better get in this house because that lightning and thunder is starting to get a little bit more. But I got a parlay going on tonight. LSU needs to win. That'll be great. That'll chip away at a little bit more. But ladies and gentlemen, this has been Mr. Yo. I had a very good visit to the casino again, and I'm looking forward to the next one. So it's been Mr. Yo. If you're out there, play it smart and toss them to your bossing, baby. We'll see you.